Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kirioth, and this is a new little monthly update video whereby we talk about what's happened over the last month and what is going to be happening next month as well. Efficiency all round is what we're going for here. As you can see in the background, this is Cossacks 3. I'm really enjoying this game, even though I'm just garbaged here at it. And before we go any further, I want to say thank you very much to my supporters on Patreon. They are literally the people who make it possible for me to do this. If it weren't for my supporters on Patreon, then I would not be able to... Well, I would not be able to make the content that I make on a daily basis. So, thank you very much to you guys, because you allow me to keep doing what I would like to do. I will also be using this monthly update video as, I guess, a mini platform for promoting the Patreon campaign. It's a weird thing, Patreon, for me. It's incredibly helpful. It allows me to do this stuff that I otherwise wouldn't be able to do. But at the same time, I don't want to ram it down your throats, you know? I don't want you guys to think that every time you come and watch my videos, I'm demanding that you give me money or something. That's not what I'm aiming for at all, and that's not how I want it to seem. But at the same time, I know from speaking to other content creators and from looking at other people's YouTube channels that actually... kind of one of the best ways to get people to support you on Patreon is to talk about Patreon. So I kind of think something like this, like where I kind of focus a little bit on it once a month instead of just every time you see a video from me. I feel like that's a nice middle ground. Like I don't think that's too over the top, but at the same time I think it might, you know, get people who otherwise wouldn't have thought about supporting on Patreon to maybe support, which is, yeah, I think it's a good way of doing it. So, what I'll say is, if you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, then you can go to my Patreon campaign, which is linked down below in the description. If you're not, that's cool too. Like, don't do it if you can't afford it. If you don't feel like it's something that should be done. I mean, I would disagree, but that's entirely your opinion, and I'm not going to demand that you support me, otherwise you can't watch my videos or anything like that. That's preposterous. Instead, I would just say thank you very much if you do decide to support, and without it, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. And I will also say as well that I'm not going to hold a grudge against anyone who doesn't. I'm not going to think of you as some sort of second-rate person, because that's just not me. At the end of this video, I will go through all of the existing Patrons and say thank you by name, because, as I've said, you literally make this whole thing possible. Without you, it would not exist, and I would not be able to do this. So I owe you a huge debt of gratitude, and hopefully the content that I'm producing is good enough for you to think that you're getting your money's worth out of, you know, how much you're giving me. So again, thank you. Now, the channel. It's exploded. It's doing really well the last few, like the last month or so. I don't really know where a lot of it's come from, but I'm not going to complain. I'm absolutely not going to complain, because we seem to be doing really, really well for views, for subscribers. You know, it's all going up, which is lovely. I mean, I've kind of changed the way I do things a little bit, and it was I changed the way I was doing things in the hope that you know, it would have a positive effect on viewers and subscribers, and it's had such a positive effect. I'm a little bit taken aback by how quickly things have grown over the last month or so. It seemed to start with the No Man's Sky video. That video did really, really well. I was honestly expecting people to just lose their shit over that and be flooded with people disagreeing with me, which would be fine. You know, if you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. I don't have a problem with that. But I expected that video to receive more in the way of displeased comments than it actually did, which was a nice surprise. But since then, I've kind of been trying to focus on like new titles as they come out as much as I can. As we all know, games are fairly expensive, and at the moment, I don't tend to get emails back off publishers, just because I'm not a big channel, you know. If they could give me a review copy, or give a channel with like 300,000 subs to a review copy, they're going to go for the one with 300,000 subs, and that's fine. That's how things work. I already knew that before I started this channel. But yeah, overall growth has been really good, and I'm really enjoying making the content I'm making. There is like not some weird stuff still going on. That's not fair at all. There is content that isn't doing quite as well. Like the Civ Let's Play that I started doing, I'm really enjoying doing that. Like, me and William and Jan, we wanted to play Civ 5 because we are really looking forward to Civ 6. Like, a hell of a lot. And so, we wanted to play Civ 5 in preparation. And I thought, well, I'm going to be playing it, like, every night for the next couple of weeks. I may as well record it. And I can put it on the channel, and hopefully you guys will like it, or at least hopefully someone will like it. And whilst it's not doing massively well for views, the fact is that not everything is about views. I don't want to be one of those channels where all I ever do is just chase viewers and nothing else. I want to be making stuff for the fun of making it, as well as making it because it does well. And to be honest, I'm perfectly happy with Civ being in the position it's in, because Let's Play stuff never does do quite as well. For whatever reason, Let's Play content on YouTube just doesn't seem to have quite the same staying power as other forms of content, and I'm okay with that. I genuinely am, because it's fun to make, it's enjoyable to do, and you know, those of you who watch it hopefully enjoy it, and those of you who don't, well, I'm making other stuff for you to watch as well, so it's not like anyone's missing out, it's not taking any time out of other videos or anything like that. It's just a fun little thing that I'm enjoying making. Next month is going to be really good though, because we'll have Civ 6, which I cannot wait for. Genuinely cannot wait for that. It's going to be so good. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe just how excited I am for Civ 6. Beyond Earth was a massive disappointment to me. I really was not happy with it at all. I felt it just didn't work. It lacked personality, you know? It didn't have that. It just didn't have that impact that Civ 5 has had. It seemed bland and dull, and I don't like a bland, dull Civ game. They all seem to have their own kind of little quirks and things, but Beyond Earth didn't really have anything. It was just a little bit off, to be honest. So I'm so excited for Civ 6. We're definitely, regardless of how well it does, I don't care, we're doing a Let's Play of Civ 6 because, well, it's Civ 6. What other reason could you possibly need? We've got to do a Let's Play of Civ 6. Also, Battlefield 1, we're going to be playing a ton of that. And what we're currently thinking is that we will actually stream Battlefield 1, most likely. So, I don't know how many videos you'll see on the channel. You might see like stream highlights, but I think we're thinking at the moment that we'd like to stream some Battlefield 1 during the evenings and stuff, which I think would be really enjoyable. I think it'd be really good. And I think, to be honest, outside of that and maybe games that I've missed so far, like if there's anything that is coming out around that time that I've kind of swept away in my excitement for the big releases, yeah, there'll definitely be. It won't just be that. There'll be more content than that. I just don't know what it is yet. But yeah, it's going to be a good month next month. I think it's going to be good for content, and it's just going to be awesome for games. Really awesome for games. Oh, you know what? Let's get that. Yeah, you better piss off. He was scared. I saw him. These horses can get ready to go in as well. Horses take ages. Well, quite a bit of stuff takes ages in this game. You can't just build a massive army suddenly, which I quite like, to be honest. Oh, let's go into the next era. Go, get them. And you boys, you can get them as well. Are they going to stand the ground? They are. Oh no, they're running. They're running. But the horses are upon them. Yeah. Get them. Oh god, that doesn't take very long, does it? So, I think what I'll do now, once I've wiped these, as I said, I want to give my Patreon supporters a proper shout out, complete with names. Oh shit! Oh no! Better go and repair that, boys. Is that about to explode? No, it is. We're going to lose it. We're going to lose it. Oh, we're under siege from all sides. Boys, that was pathetic. Jesus Christ, how did they all die that quickly? Garbage. Absolute garbage. This is so Cossacks, this. Okay, you got a fairly decent army there. Nope. Nope, NPC says no. NPC says die. Look at all the... Mind you, I've got all the resources round all the way up, haven't I? Terrible. Oh yeah, the boys are in there. The boys are in there, that's fine. So, I'm going to go through the people who are supporting by name. It will freeze the capture, but that's just how Cossacks works. For some reason, when I tab out, it goes to the main menu screen, but then when I tab back in, it brings the game back up again. It's a mystery. I don't understand it, but whatever. So, current supporters on Patreon, thank you so much for what you do, because it keeps the channel alive, and it makes it so that I'm actually able to make videos. And obviously you enjoy them, otherwise you wouldn't have pledged to support. But thank you anyway. And here I'm going to thank you by name. So thank you Angus, Bert, Eric, Andreas, one of the two. Sorry, I'm going to butcher names. Andrew, John, Kazrick, Mark, Cole, Vaccine, Ben, Edward, Ultima, Keplers, Rausus, Anandir, Engelbert, Plex, Tom, Tyrone, Hein, Tixon, Crazy, Ryan, Fox, Andy, Tom, Spoonman, Slackson, Mark, Michael, Victrix, Torbjorn. Torbjorn? Oh, is that your real name? That's awesome. David, Gravitic, Exardo, Andricus, Komatsu, Owen, Pavel, Furry Badgers. Again, excellent name. Christopher, Michael, Isaac, Alexander, Joshua, Sebastian, AD, Mintake, Robert, James, Michael, Damon, Twat Rancher, Alan, Jordan, Henry, Best of the Three, Philip, Brad, William, Christian, Nicholas, Lord Padrino the Lazy, Kazul, Veronica, Nicole, Jazz, Randy, Imoki-chan, Lass, Cameron, Paul, Neil, and Thomas. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon. It really does mean the world to me, and I really hope that the content that I make is good enough that you feel like that you're getting what you would like to get out of the channel. I'm honestly really loving doing this. I genuinely am. I'm loving making content on my own channel. I mean, it's not to say I didn't like making content on Unit Lost, but it feels different. That's the only way to describe it. It feels different when you kind of doing it alone, when you're working solo. And I've mentioned Jan and William a few times, but they do a lot to help. You know, they do a lot of they do a lot of picking me up on rubbish mistakes that I've made in terms of typing and spelling and factual errors and stuff. They're really good in that respect, and of course they've helped with the look of the channel as well. But actually doing this stuff alone, have the NPCs just decided to mass go after me and only me? I'm feeling bullied right now. I'm feeling real bullied. I think we're getting slaughtered by every NPC at this stage. Look at this. Are they fighting each other? Are they fighting each other? No, they're not. The cheeky... Oh, yes, they are. They are. All right. Okay, boys. Get back here. Get back here. This is so ridiculous. Well, hang on. Storehouse prevents you from firing? Oh, why aren't these... Have I lost these? Oh, I've reached the... No, I haven't reached the population cap. Oh, dear. Oh, no. We've lost the... Well, we've lost. Man. The NPCs don't like me. I got wrecked. Look at my score. Oh, dear me. Anyway, that is the update video for this month. Channel is in a really good place. I'm really happy with the growth it's seen. To any new viewers, thank you very much for joining us. For existing viewers, you guys are awesome and you always have been. And, well, I will talk to you in a nice little chat like this again next month. But in the meantime, many contents await. And hopefully I will continue making stuff that you actually want to watch. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.